And alrighty, here we are with the guide of how to start in Smite 2 right now. So this is going to be perfect if you're a new player or returning player, or you just want to know all the starts that are possible to you. Okay, so we're going to start off with the simplest one, carry and support. This is going to be their start. You're going to start your purple buff. That's always going to be what happens. You're going to come up here, clear this wave, and then here, if you have pressure, you're going to be up against the enemies tower line and out clearing them, to then rotate to this buff camp. Is going to be some random buff camp, and then after that you're going to rotate back around to the wave, clear the wave once more, and then from here you have an option of, if one of these two are up, you want to do them. If this one is up, you do it. If this one is up, you do it. You want to be aggressive, so anywhere aggressive here you want to do, unless you think the jungler is coming. If you think the jungler is coming, just fall back and take the safe farm. But if not, you're going to do that. So really simply put, best case scenario, you do this and you do this, and then you come back to lane, and that's your start for a carry lane. So I'm gonna leave it more in a simpler state to here, because that's where it kind of branches off. Then now let's say you're the enemy team and you don't clear as fast. You're going to clear here, and then let's say you slow clear. You're going to either come back, and as soon as you see them go over here, you're going to come straight to here and immediately clear this as fast as possible. If you don't think you can clear that super fast, you can just come down here and take the little bit more XP farm and a little bit faster, but it's up to you. Usually I would like to clear this because the neutral farm, so you would rather always clear this. But let's say your support's being difficult and just wants to clear this, then that's okay. Don't ever just try to fight this, because especially if they have a lot better clear than you, just go ahead and default to taking this, and then you're going to come back to wave, and then you're going to come clear this, and that's how it's going to be. That's going to be really simple. So it's not hard to understand these starts. Gonna make sure the aggressive one is the option I chose to show. So that's your start for dual lane. Okay, now we're gonna get into the mid start. It's a little bit more complicated, but not too much more complicated. It's fairly the same thing. You start your tower line. This is where you're gonna start at, and then ultimately you're gonna come clear the wave. When you clear the wave, then you're gonna come down to red buff. You wait here for your jungler. You don't want to get XP from the red, because if you get XP from your red, your jungler won't hit level 2, and not hitting level 2 just prohibits him from fighting at this buff camp a lot more than if he was level 2. So just make sure you get out of the way and make sure he gets all the farm from this. You want him to pick it up. You don't really need the XP from red, nor do you need the red buff itself, because it's always going to be better on the more aggressive jungler, because he's going to be able to apply more pressure with it. Then after he's done clearing this in level 2, you clear, or he's not going to be level 2 off the buff, but he's going to be in position to be level 2 after he clears this. You're going to clear this, and then after that, if your jungler is level 2, you're going to automatically path here, fight for this. If you get it, good. If you don't, that's okay. But the point is, you're just going to fight for it. If the enemy team does not show up, that's also good. But if your jungler is not level 2 and you mess up the red buff farm split, you're going to come straight back to wave. So let's say you mess it up, right? You're like, oh shoot, I messed it up. You still clear this, but you come back to wave instead of doing the buff. You come back to wave, and then once you're back at wave, you're going to clear with your jungler. You're going to come over and get the oracles immediately. Make sure, because the jungle, these people are going to be coming immediately over to you, so you have to make sure you have fast clear to do this. And then after that, you're going to come back to your lane, and that's the end of your start. And then the jungler is going to go off his separate ways, right? So ideally, you'll wait here, you'll get this, and then you'll come back here once your low jungler is level 2. You clear this, hopefully you get it, and if you don't, that's fine. You come back to wave, and then if the enemy team didn't automatically go ahead and do this, then you're going to go fight for this too once again. So fairly simple start. I'm going to leave it probably like here and to here, and that's it, just to make it a little bit more simpler to follow. But yeah, that's the red buff, or the mage start. Now for the jungler one. The jungler is very, very complicated. Actually, I'm gonna say the jungler for last, because it's the most complicated out of all of them. We're gonna go to the solo lane, or the warrior side, whatever you want to call it, right side of the map, short lane, whatever. You're gonna start here 9 times out of 10. If your jungler's here, you start here. If your jungler's not here, you're just gonna cry and start in lane. So these are 2 potential starts for you. You're either going to start in lane, or you're going to start your blue. If your jungler's here, you start your blue, or if you have Sunder, you can start your blue to automatically clear it by yourself. But you're going to clear this, You're going to walk in a lane. You're going to clear lane. It does not matter if you have pressure or not. This is pretty much going to apply to you all the time. If you have pressure, you go here. If you don't have pressure, you go here. That simple. It really is that simple. Only clear these small ones, because if you don't clear only the small ones, you're going to lose time and you're not going to be able to get back to the wave to pressure as fast as possible. Okay, so what are you going to do? You clear this, yes. If you have pressure, you go here. If you don't have pressure, you go here. That simple. It's literally just that simple. Also, if you clear this really, really slowly, you might not even have time to go here without losing minions or without losing pressure. So do keep that in mind. Just approximate how fast you clear. If the minions are already heading back on their way and they're like right here, just go ahead and clear this wave and then you can go do it. And then after that, after a while, you're going to clear this, right? If you, let's say you have pressure, you clear this, you come here, you come back to wave, you clear it again, and then eventually sometime later, totem's going to be up. And then you also have gold camp that you can take, blah, 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 blah. You get the point. But yeah, this is your, this is going to be your start. It's fairly simple and it's going to be pretty easy as long as you have pressure. If you don't have pressure, just the opposite. You come back to your own camps. Okay, now with all that out the way, let's get with a more complicated start of jungler. Junglers have a few different starting options. You can either start here with your soul laner, you can start here with, or here by yourself. Those are the two main options. There's also another cheeky start here, where you come here, 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 and then you come back there. And it's a really fast start. I don't really know the purpose of it too much. I don't really think it's the best start because your soul laner doesn't get the buff, and you don't get the speed buff, so it's no real benefit really mainly for you. But you can if you want to. But the speed buff has two different starts you can take. You can either do this, and then come down, invade all this, and then come gank dual lane or come gank mid lane. Doesn't really matter. That's the more aggressive start. And then the overcap of this is you come here and you clear this. This was the basic start. You come here, you do this. You come here with your jungler or your mid laner. And then you come here and finally clear your purple, and then you can split off from either way. So those are the two starts that you are going to kind of have as an overview. But to really get into the weeds of it here, I'm going to start with the soul lane one first, because I think it's the more common one to see and the just better one, I think, in general, at least for most cases, because it gives your soul laner the blue buff so they can have a little bit more pressure in that soul lane, right? So we're going to start with this. You're going to come here. You're going to clear this wall. You're going to clear this first. Let me circle that first. You can clear that. You're going to come over here. You clear this. Hopefully your mid laner stays here put. You're going to clear this. Once you're done clearing this, you're going to come here with your mid laner. You clear this. Fight over this. You're going to rotate mid. Clear this once again. Come over here. You can take the gold pile if you want to. I'll give it a M for maybe if you need to. Clear this, and this is ideal, right? You fight over this, you fight over this, and then you come up here, clear this, and it's pretty simple, right? Okay, so now the opposite way is, right, I'm gonna delete most of this. Yeah, let's just go delete all that. The opposite way is you're gonna start here on this camp. You're gonna come here, take this, take your speed buff, take all these camps, all these camps, you can come down here, wait for this to spawn. You're probably gonna get here like 4 minutes early, or not 4 minutes, 4 minutes early would be crazy, 4 seconds early, and then you're gonna wait here, clear this. You can invade the jungler and take all this. Most of this is going to be up as long as they don't do this start, which is some junglers do it, like a Mercury. You might see a Mercury do this. It's a common start, but this is a start that I kind of like to do, because it just allows you to invade a lot of their side, and you're more vertically jungling here, and then you have an option to gank there or gank there. Do note the risk potential of this is you can also get vertically jungled on. A lot of the time, like, you'll see a jungler do this, come here. They'll notice this, you're not here, and they notice that your mid doesn't have red on them, so they might invade here, invade this, invade this. So do know there's like risk also involved with this. So then you can also cut back here, gank the mid, and then come to secure this. A lot of things going on, a lot of tactics and whatnot. But I wouldn't really recommend this unless you're like you really know what you're doing and you have like a really aggressive jungler that really wants to take a fight up here. I wouldn't do it. But the more basic option is also just coming over here, and then you just repeat the same thing basically. So here, take this, here, take this, here, take this here, take this, maybe you want this, so you take that, then you come up here, you come up here. Wait, pretty simple overall game plan that you're kind of do. So it'll just be one of these that you do. And it doesn't really matter which one you do. They're all okay. And that's pretty much it for the jungle starts. I think I'm gonna try to clean this up a little bit. Looks a little messy. Let's just do this, 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 this. That seems a little bit cleaner, right? Then you have this, this, and this. Actually, I'll connect it like right here. Okay. So those are the starts you have. Pretty simple. Actually, I'm not gonna connect that at all. Those are starts you have. It's fairly simple, nothing too crazy. Okay, bye bye.